scene that is raising concerns from fans, and pretty much people is demanding answers from none other than WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Let me pull up this picture right here, guys, because this one right here is crazy, bro. I mean, just crazy.
The WNBA seriously thought nobody would see Ryan Howard literally push Caitlin Clark to the floor. Can you believe this? Clark tries to get up, and Howard's there like a human wall, making sure she stays down, while the ref just stands there acting like it's a whole different game. And somehow this still isn't a foul. And this isn't even the only footage from the game, folks. The league can't keep sweeping this under the rug.
Caitlin Clark gets pushed around, thrown to the floor during games, and teammates are standing there just looking, not doing anything. Sophie Cunningham will do something. While other players get a microphone put in front of them, doing their media interviews, while they regurgitate the same nonsense, the same word salad that Stephanie White Lies says, Sophie Cunningham will say, no.
But here's the kicker. That wasn't even a one-off. Not even close. Caitlin Clark got pushed, shoved, held, and jostled so many times you'd think she was trying out for an NFL offensive line. Yeah, she eventually got a few fouls called in her favor. Maybe the refs finally noticed the cameras were rolling. But for every whistle, there were 3 more blatant hacks, grabs, and shoves that went completely ignored. It's a pattern at this point, and the league seems totally fine with letting it slide.
And this is the picture right here that has went viral. Yeah, this is the storybook of Caitlin Clark's season, bro. That's just all I can say. Look at this. Somebody said this shot from the Fever versus the Fever versus Dream game. Look at Caitlin's face as she passes the ball. She's literally on her knees. Somebody's hovering over her back. Somebody said it's 1 in 15 missed foul calls. This is ridiculous. And this right here shows you that the WNBA referees has a hidden agenda against Caitlin, bro. It's just simple as that.
Opposition teams love making contact with Caitlin Clark, and they know exactly what they're doing. They've figured out the refs are too scared to call fouls on her. But why? Is it because she's the face of the league? Or are they just jealous that she's bringing unprecedented attention to women's basketball? Either way, it's clear, Clark is being tested and the league isn't stepping in like it should.
So, the big way they were able to neutralize Caitlin Clark, and I think it was almost an issue with Stephanie White as much as anything, is they were manhandling her. They were manhandling Caitlin Clark early in that game. Like, they had 2 hands on her. They were fully getting into the we are grabbing her and we don't really care. Like, that was their goal. Their goal was they were out there to maul Caitlin Clark. They had they had absolutely no intention of doing anything other than mauling Caitlin Clark.
It's ridiculous. Players are roughing up Caitlin Clark, and the numbers don't lie. She's been on the receiving end of 17% of all flagrant fouls in the WNBA. 1 out of every 6 flagrant fouls in the entire league against her. Meanwhile, she's out there breaking records left and right like it's nothing.
They're doing interprotective dancing, bro. Like, this is not real. Like this, well, it is real, but it shouldn't be real. Somebody said ref was just staring. And Kelsey Mitchell in the background was just standing there. I mean, just staring. Wow, bro. Somebody said these refs not serious at all.
The Chicago Sky are practically specialists in targeting Caitlin Clark. They're responsible for 80% of the flagrant fouls against her. 4 out of 5 times? Yep, Chicago doing the dirty work. And here's the kicker. The refs let it slide in real time, only upgrading these fouls to flagrant after the games were over. How is that fair? How is that even acceptable?
Like, they were not out there to play legit defense. They were there to maul Caitlin Clark as much as they possibly could. And realistically, it worked. It worked. Like, it wasn't even like a lot of the stuff was a couple of off-ball fouls, but there were quite a few there were quite a few situations where it was from behind. So you saw pictures like this. They literally had 2 hands on the back of Caitlin Clark's jersey. So if anytime Caitlin tried to move, it was 2 hands on her back. She couldn't move off the ball. She was being hacked off the ball, and the referees allow contact with guards off the ball, which they shouldn't.
If you're following this, hit that subscribe button, because what Caitlin Clark has been dealing with all season is unreal. She's getting hammered out there. In her own words, players are getting away with things against her that they wouldn't dare try on anyone else. The physicality she's facing? Beyond what most superstars even have to deal with. The league seems to think that being the face of women's basketball means taking whatever punishment comes your way and smiling through it. They want Clark to be their cash cow, but they're perfectly fine with her getting smashed night after night. I think everybody is physical with me. They get away with things that probably other people don't get away with, Clark said. And she's right, the double standard is so blatant it's insulting.
The Indiana Fever won by 17 points last night. 17. And this is how they played defense against Caitlin Clark all night. Jordan Canada, career game. Over 30 points. She had 6 made threes in the first half. She played defense like this on Caitlin Clark all night, despite the fact that Caitlin Clark played limited minutes. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, and helping lead her team to a 17-point win. This is how they played defense on her all night.
Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White finally snapped, calling the officiating outrageous. The disrespect toward Caitlin Clark and the team has been unbelievable. White says she's watched her star get pummeled while the refs act like they're watching a completely different sport. Even veterans like Sophie Cunningham have spoken out after being ejected for defending Clark, calling out the refs for a season-long pattern of failing to protect the league's biggest star. It's gotten so bad that Clark's own teammates are being thrown out of games just for standing up for her.
Look at this! Like, what are we doing here? I tell y'all all the time. Every time people play the Indiana Fever, they do too much. Bree Jones almost took out like 3 people that game. Matter of fact, let's watch it again. Watch the clock. And I bet y'all gonna say, oh, it was an accident. Because every time somebody do something to somebody on the Indiana Fever, y'all say it's an accident. I know.
But here's the beautiful part. Caitlin Clark didn't let the constant fouling break her. Oh no, she turned it into a masterpiece. She led the Indiana Fever to a massive win over the Atlanta Dream, orchestrating the offense like a maestro, even when her shots weren't falling, going just 1-for-7 from 3. Clark controlled the pace, dished out 9 assists, and proved she's so much more than a shooter. I thought I was just a really good floor general tonight, Clark said after the game. And that's something I can be more proud of than making shots. That's exactly what this team needed, and Clark delivered despite everything stacked against her.
You see how easy it is when you just let Caitlin play ball and others follow suit instead of trying to put a square peg in a round hole? This was a tale of 2 halves. A tale of 2 halves. A half where the Indiana Fever let Jordan Canada have wide open shots, and a half where they decided to play defense and shut Jordan Canada down and not let Ryan Howard get off.
The Fever's 59 second-half points were their most in any half this season, and tied for their highest in the last 7 years. They finished with 99 points, their second-best output of the season. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. While other players were busy trying to rough Caitlin Clark up, she was busy making them look foolish on the scoreboard. No fouls, no cheap shots, no missed calls are holding her back. And guess what? They'll probably keep trying. Because when faced with greatness, some players can't compete, they can only try to take her down. But every time they do, Clark turns it into fuel. Every hard foul, every cheap shot, every no call just makes her stronger. Body checks, eye pokes, you name it, she's still standing. Still dropping dimes. Still hitting logo threes. Still proving she's not just the face of the league, she's the heart and soul of it.
She might not get as many open threes as she usually does. She might not get the opportunity to shoot logo threes unless it's in transition, and that's all okay. That's the growth and the physicality of the WNBA. But her drawing attention to herself, either by on ball or off ball, is allowing her teammates to get in good scoring positions and for them to cook, and for that, Aerie driving in and dishing to Tasha Howard. Like, there's so many good things going on around Caitlin Clark that even when she's in the corner, they're still able to be successful.
Despite all the physicality and constant targeting, Caitlin Clark still put together one of the greatest rookie seasons in WNBA history. She set the single-season assist record with 337 assists, shattered the rookie scoring record with 769 points, and became the first rookie ever to record a triple-double. She even set the single-game assist record with 19 and broke the rookie three-point record with 122 made threes. She's rewriting the record books while getting hammered every single night. But Clark's impact goes far beyond the stats. She's the driving force behind the Caitlin Clark effect, an unprecedented surge in WNBA popularity. Games with Clark are smashing attendance and TV records, proving she's not just dominating on the court, she's changing the game entirely.
Isn't it funny how much the WNBA hates Caitlin Clark? Like, I saw today that they picked Angel Reese to be like the cover athlete for 2K, and I just think it's funny how no one really ever cared about the WNBA. They barely made any money. They actually lost money as a league. They were pretty irrelevant. They had no good TV deals. They had terrible ratings, and all of a sudden they have this godsend, Caitlin Clark. And since she's gotten into the WNBA, the league has gained so much popularity. People actually care about it now. People are going to the games now. Their TV ratings, the money all the players are making, everything's way up, and they just fucking despise her. And yeah, you could argue it's because how talented she is. Like, we've never seen a girls basketball player as talented as she is, but I think it's something different.
The Indiana Fever set a franchise single-season attendance record, and their regular season finale shattered the league attendance record with 20,711 fans. Clark's presence is so magnetic that every game feels like a home game for her, even on the road. In Atlanta, half the crowd was cheering for the Fever because of her. She's averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game as a rookie, all-star numbers, all while taking more physical abuse than anyone else in the league. The fact that she's still performing at an elite level despite the non-stop targeting speaks volumes about her mental toughness.